Glock performance trigger. Been using it for a little while now. Let's talk about it. So, these guns, I mean, I have two of these set up the same. Two Glock performance triggers, two Holosun 507 comps. Talked about the 507 comps before. Those have been holding up well. I'm enjoying using them. People seem to like them. I haven't had any issues just adjusting the zero when I change ammunition a little bit once. It's the only thing that's happened with those of note. The Glock performance trigger, that's a little bit of a different story. And to be honest, these have turned into a little bit of a letdown. So, most of my Glock stuff is factory, but for kind of the enhanced guns where you have Joel put on the grip tape, that kind of thing, I changed the triggers on them. Now I've been using the Apex drop-in uh, kit, which is it's fine. It's a little lighter than I'd really like if I'm doing like duty style type of shooting. The Apex ones are pretty gamey, like they're pretty light. But I like the shoe. They're flat. They're consistent, and most importantly, they're reliable. So the drop-in Apex stuff that I've been using on my other guns has been really good. For this set of guns, I thought it'd be nice to try the Glock Performance Trigger. Now, had it on good authority that these are good, these are reliable, they're good to go. So I was excited just for kind of like an out of the box solution that is also a Glock part. That's kind of appealing because it's a factory part. That is cool. Uh, so I got the Glock Performance triggers. Initially, they're pretty much what I expected, which is I'm not expecting them to be crazy light. I just, they'd be a better pull than the factory pull, but be consistent and most importantly, be reliable. Um, do I love the shoe? Do I love the way the trigger feels? No, I don't love it, but I like it. And it's like I said, it's attractive that it's a Glock part that's a drop-in option that has certain advantages. So I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I should get those. Okay. So after shooting them for a little while, it would kind of let me down. Now, unbeknownst to me, I don't know if it was in the packaging or whatever, the manual. I'm not sure if it was. There's instructions to lube these triggers ever so often. I think between 1,000 and 1,500 rounds. Then you're supposed to apply lubricant. I'm not really about that life, if you know me. So I've just been. I didn't know that that was an instruction. I've just been shooting these, and after many thousands of rounds, a lot more than 1,000, like a lot of rounds, these triggers started to gum up and like not really reset. If you have a Timney trigger, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like when they get dirty, they just don't want to reset. And I've experienced that with these Glock performance triggers. That has been, to be honest, hugely disappointing. So I'll take Glocks and go shoot them and basically never clean them. I mean, I've gone on a 6 week trip with two Glocks that I'm going to use, and uh, nothing to clean them, nothing like that. I just bring the guns and I'm going to shoot the guns. With these, that's not going to work because I mean, they're actually like not resetting, and then I have to lube them. There's lube all over the place. It's super annoying. What I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to take these performance triggers out, or maybe just limp them along for a while. But in the end, I don't think I'll be using them that much. Why? Because they're kind of like the Timneys, where they just don't want to reset when they get dirty, and that to me is a no go. So I don't really know what's going on. The word I had was that these were reliable and these were good when they were being tested. And then the production, like the models that have gone out and people have actually put in guns, I'm not the only person to kind of have this experience where they get the gun, they're like, yeah, the trigger's okay, that's cool. And they shoot it a little bit, then it starts getting gummed up and it doesn't want to reset. I'm not the only person that I know that has had this happen. A few other guys got these initially and then ended up taking them out of the guns. The same as I'm thinking about doing. So, what's going on? All right, so I don't know if this is accurate or not, but the information I have from people I consider reliable is that there's a change to the coating in the trigger. There is like some coating they put on the Glocks that you don't need to apply lube for them to whatever like a friction coating or whatever. Um, However, Glock intentionally did not apply that to this trigger because it's for the competition market. So if they put the coating on, then the trigger would start off gritty and kind of smooth out after you shoot it a little while. but it would be reliable, and it wouldn't have a problem resetting when it gets dirty. Since it's for the competition market, they didn't put on that coating because it'd make the trigger grittier, especially to start with. But in trade, you have to lubricate it. I don't know if that's accurate or not. It kind of makes sense to me. It explains what I'm seeing. I don't really like it. So a little bit of a disappointment from Glock, not gonna lie. It's kind of like the MOS plates. It's like when the MOS Glocks came out, the plates I think just did not work. I don't know if they've fixed it since, but anyway. So there it is, the Glock Performance Trigger. I thought they'd be good to go. I really did, and the last few weeks, it's gone a different direction for me. Where the after shooting the guns for a while, the trigger's starting to get gummed up, and lubing my trigger, I'm just not about that life when it comes to shooting my Glock. So now those are coming out of the guns. I guess I'll find something else.